Hello, my name is Jin. So today I'm going to tell you about the standards I learned in the quarter 3. So, I learned the standards about the geometry, about the congruence, and about the error. Express the geometric properties and the equations. So I learned about the circles, like circles that are about things about the circles, like maybe the area, the definitions, and then how to find those like areas of the each part or the or round it. So for now, how to find this. So I will explain a little bit. There's a radius is from the central point from the central point to the end of the circle. Can be like this, but then just round it. And then there's the center, and then how far is it? Maybe distance from the half of the through the center, not through the center. Okay, and then there's the angles, and then chords. And what are the chords? Chord is the part of the round of the circle. If I say there's a circle and explained by a pizza, there's one piece of the pizza is about like this. If I want to know the round of that piece only about here, right here, not the area of inside of it, and this part I will say is chord. So but then all the circles are similar or same. How to know that? Because I have to say that always the angles must be same. The 360 degrees then around the circle. But then the radius cannot be another shape. It should be straight all the time. And if I put those inscribed like the triangles, circumscribed triangle circles of a triangle, or inscribed circumscribed circles of a triangle, and I put it in, and then I can solve that those were similar, or maybe not. Okay, we'll go through faster. Okay, these are the standards. There are GC and the somethings. Those were about the circles and the quite geometries. I had to find the length of the chords, and then their sectors or segments. And those words were quite technical of the math, what the students just learned, and then actually me too. And then if I want to find like this chord, chord is quite. I'm sorry, I explained it wrong. Chord is the part of the from the here. It's not the radius. It's not through the center, but then through another part of the circle, but then straight. And then that chord, if I want to know that how long or like that, I need a triangle what should I say? It's quite circumscribed. The triangles they should be setted, and then I can find it. Okay, these are the about things I learned. Chord was not that bad. Actually, that was sector. It's called the sector. The part of the area. Did I miss it? Okay, congruence is the second big standard. It's the GCO and then other numbers. About experiment with the transformation in the plane. So with there are many definitions that I had to remember. So that can be the circles or those triangles, rectangles, any. These things I learned about that. There's arcs. Oh yeah, arc is the part of the rounded one, not the area of the I mean not the area of the segment, but just the arc is just the rounded one. So the distance of it. So those things I learned, and then experiment is about the how to say the distance. I just explained. and then those points, and then how they were congruent, how we can show with using those like parallel lines, perpendicular lines, angles, segments, those things to show that how those things, the like triangles or circles, to the shape, they are same. Example, we have a triangle. Triangle can be any shape, and there's one more shape, and then there's another one. If I say it's congruent, but the places are not same, right? Because this one is here, this one is here. There are three ways that this triangle can move from the origin of the triangle that will stay there. We call the rotation refractions and the translations. The rotation is about just like turn from the original one, like this or like this. Reflection is about from on the side, there's a side, and then just show on the side, like reflective. So it can be, it will show like opposite. So the translation is about move it. I like to move it. Move the triangle to the another way, can be any way, left to right, up and down, these things. Yeah, and how to show that they are congruent. And then I had to show by the points, and then by the angles, by the length of the each part of the triangle or the area of it, and to show that they are same, just the places are not same. I learned about these things. I also learned about those, how we can find is a congruence. If we will say ASA, SAS, and SSS. What are those things? A is angle, and then S is side. If I say the two triangles are congruent, and then I want to say there's the angles, and then this one may have two angles. This one at one side is shown that how many degrees, how length, how much distance, and then the another one shown only the sides. Or can be another, but only these three things. And then if I want to know that how to prove that they are congruent, but we have to measure it. So if the distance from this one to this one, then I see there's an angle, and then if it's just a breaking, and then it's always 180 degrees. You know, the triangle is 180 degrees, and then if we see calculate, this one is this big, this angle, it should be like this. This one how this long, okay, and I can put this one into the another one, and these are same, and that is congruent. I prove like this. Okay, these are the things I learned about the congruence. Okay, the next one. Okay, I use the many tools to, or those like diagrams, or those like models to show, or yeah, I use the maybe paper to fold it and then to show the reflection patterns, or usually I use the Gebra. It's the geometric software to do these things, because it's much more technical, much better to do it. And then there are many steps and then many more ways that we could do it. I did I want to show the reflections, the translations, or the rotations. Use these tools to show that the patterns or congruences are the same, and then with the make the parallel lines, perpendicular lines, or perpendicular like bisector after the line segments, and those things that are through the points of the line. Yeah. Okay. Or those are the shapes like triangle, the rectangles in the circle, like describe the circle. I learned how to do this. I have to review actually. Okay. The next standard is about GGPE. It's expressing geometric properties with equations. There are A point, G point, and then also numbers, and then GPE, then numbers. Oh man, sleepy now. Okay. Those were about to mix those things